this manager here, and I look at the Europa League, this is a big thing for him, bro. Like, I really do, because I feel like that's where I feel like it could swing for him. It could show, you know what? He's won a cup and he's gone into next season with a little bit of positivity. If he carries on, especially in the Premier League as well, and we're losing, Ineos have that period of time. And I remember under Ten Hag, they had that period of time, remember, with the Crystal Palace game. What other games did we lose like badly? And they were looking like they were going to sack him. There was a couple in that period, remember?
Yeah, I
Ineos
remember
were like,
that,
they were thinking.
That Palace one was dark, man.
And,
that Palace.
Yeah, it was dark, bro. And you know, they looked at that cup as being almost like, you know what? We're going to look at it in that way. If he doesn't win the Europa League and he's out tomorrow, we're out tomorrow, and we do keep on losing and there's no progression, it does leave a lot to, like, it's I fear for him. I really do. You know what I mean? And nobody can say that if he was to be sacked by the end of it, he didn't deserve it, because the results and the performances have been a disgrace collectively under his reign. And
it's a difficult situation, man. Do you know what it is? It's a difficult situation. I think because of how they dealt with the Ten Hag thing, the way they took long and then they realized it was a mistake and all of that stuff, they should have got rid of him sooner. I feel like we kind of don't know where their minds are at, but it looks like they want to still back him and take him into the next season as well. But because we don't understand our owners yet, it's hard to kind of think where we're at. Do you know what I mean? So I get both sides, innit? If he got sacked tomorrow, I understand. If we keep him, I understand. That's where I'm at, kind of thing, innit? Like, I do want to see him provided with a bit more facilities just to see what he does with it as well. But I can understand as to why he needs to get more of what we're doing now, because we need to see his skills. I think I was watching the other show, one of the other shows that Adam was on, and Adam mentioned the fact that we need a manager that's not a magician, but someone that works wonders, where you know he's doing it. That the way because we're winning, he's done it. He's set up the players in a certain way. Look how he's instructed these guys, and it would be nice to see that. We're all smart enough to know that if the manager's good enough, it doesn't matter what players it is. You can see their effect on the team. You can see their vision and whatever. And I can see bits of Ruben's vision a little bit, but at the same time, there's just certain things that he persists in doing that's quite frustrating. But I'm just not at that stage where I'm just thinking, ban him, but he needs to cut. I just feel like I want to see him with some players and whatever, but I get it. It's hard for me, man. I'm just in the middle.
You know, for me, yeah, I'm the same as you. I really want to hear from Marcel, because I don't think he's done enough for me as a manager to be fully convinced with what he's done. But I believe that he deserves a summer window.
A shot, yeah.
But I really want to know from Marcel, like, what have you seen to be like, yo, we should be firmly behind this manager, and you are all deluded, basically, and we don't know what we're talking about. Go on, Marcel.
Can I say 2 pence? Hold on. Can I say 2?
Sorry, let me hear from you. Let me hear from you first. Let me before you come in. Go on, Marcel.
I wouldn't go as far as saying everyone's deluded. It's just you can only go off the past side and everyone else. I think we've gone through this process of consistently sacking a manager and not letting him carry out his vision for a long enough period. I think that's been a big issue with our football club. And I think this manager has shown us that he's done something on a progression from the last two managers, or especially the last manager. He's stuck to his principle. I think that's an important thing. So he's inherited a squad that's not his squad. You know, I thought that the players, my personal conviction was that these players could easily adapt to that system. And they couldn't. You know, we've been proven that, and that's the results of this season, that they couldn't do that. And that's perfectly fine. This manager prepared us for that. I was preparing you all for the suffering period last time with the last manager. So I understand that to be a reality, though. I understand that you do suffer at the beginning of building a monarchy, a consistent period of winning football. You know, you do suffer at that beginning. It's early adaptation. I think it was somebody said, Rants, I think it was, that said about probation periods. In a probation period, you make mistakes. There's a teething period to your work. There's going to be a teething period to the work that's happening right now. And you're seeing that transpire in a result. He hasn't had an opportunity to have that window, like you said, Saeed, and that's clear as day. So he needs that summer window, and we need to be backing him in that direction of travel. I think once he gets that direction of travel, certain aspects of players coming in, I'm very happy with how things are happening now, because we can clearly see the players that are surplus to requirements already. We can clearly see it. Delo looks like he's surplus to requirements. You know, Maguire seems like he's useful, but he's not going to be first, second, or third, maybe even fourth choice centre back. You know, Bruno looks like he's useful, but not that useful in the 10. You can upgrade the kind of type of 10 in the tight spaces and doing the shuttle runs. Ugarte looks useful as a squad player, not a world-class dynamic Roy Keane-esque 8, but he looks like he's got a hustle and bustle to him. Casemiro looks like he's relatively useful, but I think doesn't have the legs to play beyond 60 minutes. Garnacho still, to this moment and time, cannot play on the inside and the outside as a 10. It's like, our managers specifically, Rhino's talking about aspects of a manager. Our manager has shown us that he's found a way to use Garnacho as a 10. Keep him out wide at all times. Get a fullback to play inside for him. Do this, do that. The strikers, we can see it's fought by hook or by crook, but he's been forced to play Højlund. Højlund is not good enough. He tried to play Cheeto.
May I stop you there? Because you backed Eric till the day he left.
Yeah.
Who designed this whole program that we're watching. Bar the couple players that Ineos brought in. Even then, Eric was still here. Even after then. So you backed him to the day he left, which is this season. Let's not forget. And now you blaming the players whilst saying you've seen from the manager. Now, I'm going to help you. Whilst I say that, I'm going to help you. You see how we all sat here and said that we needed a manager that at least stick to the plan. Yeah. Stick to the plan. That means stick to the plan. So that's one. He sticks to the plan. So you can credit him for that. Number two, that you cannot fault, regardless of what he says what he says, and you pick up on what he says because we're losing. But number one, which is the most important, Amad Diallo. The entire Man United world came to a collapse because Amad Diallo wasn't playing. And he's the manager who came in and showed at least this much level of common sense to play Amad Diallo over the other players. The other one, he does rectify his mistakes. It takes him long. But he does rectify them. He played the dice with Kobe on the false 9, then he rectified it. He done it with Bruno, then he rectified it. He done it with Xerxes, then rectified it. He does rectify his mistakes, right? He had the cojones to say, Rashford, see you later. Anthony, see you later. Like, these are the players that all of us were sick of. No matter what it is, we were sick of. We just wanted to see them under different light. That's all the difference was. Yeah, the pitch doesn't change. None of this changes. So you can give him credit for these little things. His data in big games is there as well. Of course you can. But, Marcel, with all due credit, you were the one that, backed up last manager who designed all of this in the first instance.
So you haven't helped me at all there.
No, Marcel, can I add to that?
Hold on, Rhino, please.
It's a balance. It's a balance, Marcel.
Hold on, Rhino. Context.
Hold on, Rhino, please. Hold on. You can add it after.
I'm going to help. I'm going to give you a quick transition here. Do you think you backed Ten Hag too long, though?
You haven't helped me at all there.
No, Marcel, quick question. Do you think you made a mistake in how long you backed Ten Hag? Because I want to kind of find out what your level of thinking is in comparing.
Well, he said this is a free hit, bro. That's all you need to know, man.
So do you feel like you don't feel like you backed Ten Hag too long? Do you feel like they took too long to sack him?
I'm going to come to you, Ryan, in a nanosecond. Yeah. So, Faz, you haven't helped me at all there. The first point was something that I would addressed. And then the second point about rectifying things is I didn't even mention it. So there was no help there. But thank you for the comment. And then what you're saying, though, Rhino, on the whole aspect of me backing Ten Hag too long, I believe that a manager needs 3 seasons. I really do. I think
no matter what the performance is.
No matter what,
well, almost, Rhino. I think that's where I'm at, almost, Rhino, because you see, with what we've done on the previous seasons, it's been 2 years cut. This was about to be 6 months. A lot of people are giving him 6 months, Rhino. That's atrocious behavior.
How long did Moyes get?
Atrocious behavior, in my opinion.
No, how long did he get?
Because I've heard you back in.
How long did Moyes get?
I think it was single digit months, I believe.
And this guy's doing worse than Moyes.
So no, I hear you, but atrocious behavior.
So we gotta be consistent.
Well, I don't think so.
We're on course for a lot. If we win all the games left, we still finish with our lowest points tally in Premier League history.
Yeah, but I think
we will. Yes.
Sir Alex mentioned that he's worse than Moyes. If you cannot back them when they're losing, you cannot back them when they're winning, or you shouldn't be supporting them when they're winning, rants. And I think
that sounds really philosophical.
Alex's story rants.
Do you know what I mean? If I'm winning, then you don't back me. That's cool. I'm winning, bro. Who cares?
So Alex's story rants was one of at the beginning losing for a long period of time before he got it right. And I think that's something that we need to understand. I think
we don't. You don't even understand it.
Football's changed,
You don't
bro.
understand it. You don't understand it. So why are you telling me to? You don't understand it. Name me 5 managers in the league in 1988. Name me 5. You can't. Who are the top strikers? Who are the top teams?
I don't need to.
No, because you don't understand it. Don't tell me I need to understand something you don't understand. You don't know what Alex Ferguson walked into. All you know is that he weren't winning. You don't actually know why. You don't know the landscape of the league. Do you even know where Man United finished in his first season or the second season? Do you know why he got under pressure? You don't even know. So don't tell me. Don't tell me
he's getting recycled, bro.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me you understand it?
No, I only understand a little bit of it. I understand it on paper.
Okay, so we both don't understand it. So what I understand from it. So what I understand from it.
Let me ask you.
So I can tell you what I understand from it.
Let me answer your question properly. Yeah. All I know is what's on paper, but I don't have no context. I didn't live through it. I did not see it. I don't know what happened in 98, 89, 90. I don't know that first division. I don't know it. All I know is he came in, he weren't winning. I think he finished 3rd or 4th one season, the 11th the next season, and that's why he was under pressure. Yeah, that's all I know. But I don't know who the top strikers were, who the top managers were other than Clough. I don't know nothing. So I can't speak on it with any authority. So when I hear you say those words, so Alex Ferguson weren't, so we need to understand these. You don't even understand it, rude boy. You don't even understand.
Do you? But I'm trying to tell you what I understand from it.
I can acknowledge that. You should. You should acknowledge. You shouldn't be saying that because you don't understand it. You don't.
No, you cannot tell me what I can and cannot say. That's
listen. Marcel's gonna be.
And if you're scared of how I speak, if you're scared of how I speak in an authoritative way, in your opinion, because I haven't said that.
You scared, rude boy. You're telling people. We need to understand.
Thank you very much, Danny.
You're telling me I need to understand something you don't understand. Where's the logic?
Let me just finish. Well, let me just finish because I feel like you're under threat. I'm just speaking. Let me finish.
You're just getting cheeky for no reason, bro. You're getting cheeky.
No, I'm not getting cheeky. You are getting cheeky.
You're getting very, very cheeky, bro.
I'm not cheeky. You said authority. You said I don't understand. I'm just speaking, and then you're claiming these things on my tone and how I'm speaking. So you are. But I don't know. You're getting worked up.
I don't, so I can say I don't know what happened in the 80s.
Open your window.
Get some fresh air.
Open your window.
Open your window and get some fresh air.
Yeah? You don't understand, and you can't admit that, so you're getting cheeky to deflect.
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't understand. I said you don't understand.
Let's get back to the point. Let's get back to the point.
But in all honesty, that Alex Ferguson soundbite. I'm tired.
Soundbite.
Exactly. That soundbite needs to go.
Because Top Red's been using that same soundbite for ages. And most of the men that are using that soundbite are not older than me, bro. And I don't remember them times. So
exactly.
You know what I mean? Man need to allow it with that.
We need to allow that. That's not going to happen. The whole idea of long-term managers now.
Said it, or
who's the longest-term manager right now?
Don't remix nothing. We don't need a remix.
Guys, even if you explain,
no authority from me, Danny. Don't get scared. I'm just
even if you explain why you said it, the landscape of football has changed so much that doesn't mean anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Dan Ashworth told us, when he came in, that the average lifespan of a manager is 13 months now in football. 13 months. That's just over a year. Do you know what I'm saying? So a manager being under pressure, after 6 months is very normal. When you look that the average lifespan of a manager is 13 months. Manchester United is not an average club, or they haven't been an average club historically, but at the moment we're fucking bang average. So